Harm reduction is a hot topic when it comes to addiction and prevention. Here to give us some professional insight to what harm reduction is and how it can benefit our community at large is Melanie Watson, who is the Alcohol and Other Drug Abuse Prevention Specialist for the Carroll County Health Department. Hi, Mel.
Hello, Tim.
I am really excited to have you on and let you kind of explain to the viewer what harm reduction is and just what your role is. And I'm excited about it because I know a lot of the stuff that you do because we're in some of the coalitions together, but I don't know the intricate details, your day-to-day stuff that you do for the health department. So could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So I just wanted to read the exact definition of harm reduction. Harm reduction or harm minimization refers to the range of public health services designed to lessen the negative social and or physical consequences associated with various human behaviors, legal or illegal. So I like to say that harm reduction is, for example, if we're trying to lose weight. I may want to cut out on all of the soda intake that I take. I normally drink a 6-pack every day, but today and for future references, I'm only going to drink 2 cans of soda. So that's how I kind of look at harm reduction, right? Good. So we may not be all the way where we want to be, but it's steps moving forward to getting to your ultimate goal. So, or putting the Band-Aid on, it's no different than a seat belt. If we get in a car accident, we wear the seat belt to prevent further damage. But also, the damage may have been done. But yeah, so that's kind of what I do, or what my definition of harm reduction is. That's how I like to explain it.
That's good. I'm glad that you did that because I think a lot of people immediately associate harm reduction with substance use.
Right.
And it's really, harm reduction has been around forever. So I'm really glad that you put that out there. So what's a day look like for Mel when you're out doing your job? And I know how much passion you have and how much you love it. So tell us a little bit about that.
So a typical day for me, I'll come to the health department. I teach a Guiding Good Choices, which is an evidence-based curriculum for parents with SUD and or in early recovery or long-term recovery. I typically work with the highly populated or the at-risk population with these classes. And it's also to give them like refusal skills, anger management, how to hold family meetings, how to convey to their children, how to say no to drugs or anything. I don't necessarily like to say that the refusal skills that I teach are just for substance use. It could be for anything, how to not want to go to a party if you have no choice, but yeah, so I'll do that. I also do Owning Your Choices, which is a curriculum that teaches self-care, different communication styles. I do that with a colleague, Christine Fogel. And that's just very helpful. We teach it in the same settings with the same population. And it's just to be able to self-advocate. If I'm going to social services or if I'm at a doctor's appointment and I have SUD, I want to be able to talk to my doctor but still feel as though I'm getting the appropriate care. So it's very important, the 2 curriculums together. But that's typically a day for me, and just being out in the community, that's where I need to be. It's too much of me for an office.
Yes.
For an office space, I have to come out.
Yeah, I can see you being out on the street around people. Is the population that you work with a lot, is it homeless people? Is it everyone that has substance use disorder, mental health? It's just kind of a mixture of everything?
It's a mixture of everyone. We do not discriminate. If you need the help or the information or education, I also teach those classes just to random community members. We all have some type of tie to someone with SUD, rather it's close or a friend of the family, and it's just to help us better support and be there for them, but also giving us the skills to, like I said, either self-advocate for the individual or to the individual, also to teach our offspring, because it's important. A lot of, and I refer to the population I serve as my friends. So a lot of my friends would, say, hey, Mel, I struggle with this, but I don't want to see I don't want my daughter to see me go through these type of things. And, what should I say? Should I be honest with her? And ultimately, it's your decision. I don't teach a class to tell you how to parent, but just give different tips and approaches on ways that you can get your message across as being human, as a parent, and, kind of guide your children down the right way and the right path for life.
That's really good. I'm involved in the LEAD program.
Okay.
And one of we really stress in that of meeting people where they are. Mm-hmm. Not just going out and trying to talk someone into going into complete abstinence or going into 12-step based recovery, just meeting them right where they're at. And that's the kind of way I look at harm reduction.
Yes.
Whether it be medically assisted treatment, helping people with cleaning their wounds,
Mm-hmm.
if they're on the street and they're living, I was in active addiction, so I've been around and seen some of the things that can come about as a result of substance use. Do you run into a lot of that?
I definitely do. Every day, we discuss different challenges that my friends may have, and I give them just steer them to the appropriate resources and the appropriate help. We have peer support specialists at the health department and a slew of other people that are there to assist. And sometimes, I think it's really important to put the footwork in. Mm-hmm. So being at places such as On Our Own here in Carroll County, they may not frequent other areas. And if I come to them and say, hey, I'll call them up right now. You want to help, you need assistance, let me get that answer for you right now. And that has made a huge difference, I see, with the relationships that I'm trying to build here in the community, with the problems or issues that they may come to me with, and wondering what type of help is available for them. But it's something always in the Guiding Good Choices that I can always instantly give them, because it kind of touches on all of those areas. Not necessarily just to give to your children. I can't emphasize that enough. We can apply it for ourselves, and that then in turn, our children can see from that what we demonstrate.
One of the things you've mentioned a couple of times is the Guiding Good Choices. So that's like a training that just helps do exactly what the title is, right? Mm-hmm. It just helps them, guide them in the direction of making the right choices.
Yes, it's evidence-based program. It is something that even after completion, once again, I work in the overly populated, I'm sorry, I keep saying that, the at-risk population, my apologies. And so sometimes they can share challenges that they feel as though that they have done too much, and the damage is undoable, and I should just step back, And just like you said, the name of what I do is right in the title. I just help guide them to make the better choices for their children and for themselves. It's a lot, it's a lot, but I'm just here for it. I'm here to take on the challenges and kind of walk hand in hand.
Well, I just want to say I'm really glad you landed in Carroll County. You landed at the Carroll County Health Department. We just met within this last year at some of the coalition things, but I can see the passion you have, and I know when you reach out to people that it's well received. So we really appreciate you. I really appreciate you coming out and sharing a little bit about harm reduction to the viewer. Thanks, Mel.
Thanks, Tim.
We have heard harm reduction approaches for years, from HIV to tobacco. You have just heard about some of the life-saving harm reduction programs for substance use disorder. If you have more questions on any of the programs we just discussed, please reach out to the Carroll County Health Department at 410-876-4449.